Hi, second grade. So this is video number 2 for March 23rd, 2020. You should still be on your binder. And we are still on day number 2. You keep your papers in your binder though, okay? So the first video was the morning meeting and the math. Now we are going to move into our language arts part of it, okay? So being that we're still in our binder, we're still doing some review. For the phonics review paper, this is the one that we're working on. And I'd like you to open it up. You can put your name on top if you want, but you can also put the date, 3/23/20. You can see it right there. And we're gonna go through this together, all right? So the first question is spell the word. Well, what does it look like? A map. This is a good chance for us to work on our cursive writing. So I'm going to use my dry erase board and we are going to write the word map. App. Up the hill, down, come up, down, up, down. So there's our M with our cursive curl. Now for the letter A, we come up to the dotted, stop, go back, around, up, down, cursive curl, and then for our P, up to the dotted, straight down, loop behind, so looping to the left, trace it up to the dotted, around, and out. Nap. Okay. For number, well, they don't number them, but the second one on the top is choose the correct answer. We have, excuse me, fed or men. Obviously, our answer would be men. B. Now, on the bottom, we have this matching the word to the picture. So you're going to want to get your crayons out or your highlighters. And we're going to work on coloring the word to match the picture. So let's start with this first one, B-I-N. What do you think that word is? Bin. Yes, we know our CVC words, consonant, vowel, consonant. So which one of these pictures looks like a bin? The recycling bin. So I picked yellow. So I would color this box yellow and match it to the picture and color that box yellow. I use the highlighter. I really like using highlighters for things that I have to color in, only because I can still see the words clearly through them, but I can see the color too. Okay, on the bottom, if you'd like to pause the video to finish the top, you can. On the bottom, it says, write each sight word into the correct boxes. So you have to look if it's a tall letter or a letter that extends below the line and match it into these boxes. So for example, I know this very first one doesn't have any words that go below or above the lines. Doesn't go above the dotted, no talls, no low ones. So which 2-letter word could fit in here? Use our spelling. We always have test tips that say eliminate what you know is not correct first. So I know right now go has 2 letters, but it goes down below the line. That wouldn't fit here. Get has 3 letters, so definitely not a 2-letter one. So it must be no. N-O. Okay? Take your time to finish this paper. You can pause me, and I'm going to get ready to go on to our next paper for language arts today. And instead of reading a story and doing a story map to pair it, I gave you a writing paper. Okay, this one says the holiday I like best is. Okay, you don't have to draw a picture or anything. If you want to on the back, if you have extra room, sure, you can. I would love if I could get a video clip of you reading your paper or holding it up so I could see the front, and maybe I can read what you wrote. That would be really fun. Your parents can find me on Facebook, or you can even post it on Parent Square or even email me. But notice this at the top, very important. 5 to 8 complete sentence minimum, meaning I want at least 5 sentences. Okay, you can write 8 sentences, you can write 10 sentences, but at least 5 to 8. So that means I don't want to see any 3 or 2 sentences. Got it? And you need to remember, sentences start with uppercase letters and they must end with punctuation. What is punctuation? Oh, we should know this. Punctuation, we have 3 kinds. We have, oh no, my marker stopped working. My goodness. Let me get a new marker here. We have the period. And they're for 2 kinds of sentences. Telling. And what else? Commanding. I'm going to put a C for commanding. So I can tell you something, like tell you my favorite holiday, or I can command you to do something. Shut the door. Okay? Even if you add please, it's still a command. Please shut the door. Still commanding you to do something. Okay? The other kind of punctuation, what's that guy? Question mark. And they are used for exactly like the name says, asking. So when you have something you want to ask, that goes at the end of your sentence. And then the very last one is always a nice fun one. And it's used when you're really super excited. Exclamation point. Don't overuse that one. That piece of punctuation is used for when you're shouting, when you're really excited, not after every single thing you say just because you like it. Okay? Now, to help you with your writing today, I have a little chart that I want to go over with you. Are you going to have the same favorite holiday as me? If I say my favorite holiday is the 4th of July because it's closest to Mrs. Writing's birthday, does that mean your holiday is going to be the 4th of July? Maybe it is. So does that mean my favorite holiday is wrong? No. This kind of writing is what we like to call opinion writing, okay? We have facts and we have opinions. What are the difference? A fact is something you can prove to be true. You could look it up in a book. You can look it up online, although online's not always right. But an opinion is the way you feel about something. Not everyone has the same opinion. And this kind of writing, tell me about your favorite holiday, is opinion writing. And to help you get those 5 to 8 sentences that you need to have for me, I'm going to go over this chart with you. Move it a little closer, and I think you're going to like this. If you ever had cookies and milk, I'm sure you're familiar with this kind of cookie. Ready? So we know our writing prompt is the holiday I like best is opinion writing. I want you to think of the cookie Oreo. I try my best to draw one here. Think of Oreos, cookies and milk, okay? The reason why I want you to think Oreo is this is going to help give you your sentences. Your first sentence is the O in Oreo. State your opinion. So tell me, the holiday I like best is the 4th of July or Christmas or Easter, okay? What kind of noun is a specific holiday? Is it a common or proper noun? Proper, and they always start with uppercase letters. So if I'm saying 4th of July, I would have to have capital F and also July, okay? If you choose Halloween, Halloween would be capital H because you're naming a specific holiday, okay? The next thing that I want you to think about is the R in Oreo. R, give reasons why. This is where you're going to come up with more than just one sentence. You could probably give me 2 or 3 reasons, so 2 or 3 good sentences why you like that holiday. Is it close to your birthday? Is it that you get to see certain family members? Is it the food that you eat? Is it the religious part of it, that you're celebrating something with God? Maybe like Christmas or Easter, you're celebrating Jesus being born or rising again. Okay, so there probably is more than one reason that you like that holiday. So give me for each reason a sentence. That could be 2 or 3 sentences. Bam, right there. E, give examples. So if you like the food that you eat on that holiday, then tell me what kind of food it is. Okay? I really like the turkey I eat on Thanksgiving. Or my favorite is my great-grandmother's carrots that she cooks every year. Okay? O. O for the last O in Oreo is you finish with retelling your opinion. Now I know you're thinking, oh my goodness, didn't I just say that in the first sentence, what my favorite holiday was? The way that you wrap up a good story is give me a good ending sentence. Just like when we write for the Scoop, the newspaper. I want to hear a really good ending sentence, okay? That is why I love the 4th of July. Or these are my reasons for loving Easter. Or that is why Halloween's the best holiday in my book. Anything like that is a really good wrap-up ending sentence. Okay? So this Oreo idea can definitely help you. And if you want, you can pause the screen and use this while you're writing on your paper. Okay? The only thing that I super want to remind you of that I know a lot of my dear friends forget, and you should be doing this because you are almost 3rd graders. You are super duper 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 uber duper duper smart, right? What is it called? When we leave the very first line of a paragraph in a finger space, like a good thumb space, we don't actually make an arrow here. We leave it blank right here. Why do we do that just for the first paragraph? It's to start a new set of ideas. So this opinion writing, you should indent the first line. That's called indent. The rest of them you'll start here. Remember, okay? Indent your first line. If you want to start by rewriting that first writing prompt here, you can. You can rewrite this on your first line. That's fine. Some of you like to just continue it, but that's fine if you want to start "the holiday I like best is" and keep going. But if you rewrite it, you don't need the 3 dots. That's just me giving you an idea that you're going to tell me more. Okay? So if you'd like to pause the screen on here, you most certainly can, and do your writing project. I also have something that I want to do in this video. Being that today was kind of an odd day that some of us might have some snow, I thought it might be fun if I read you a story, because my favorite part every day is reading to you guys after lunch. So let's take a minute before I end this video and start recording the 3rd video, the religion video. I'd like to read this story to you. The Snowy Day. And this is one that won a lot of awards. It's like a classic book, and it's one of my favorites to read. It's not very long. One winter morning, Peter woke up and looked out the window. Snow had fallen during the night. It covered everything as far as he could see. Do you see that good there? Yeah. After breakfast, he put on his snowsuit and ran outside. The snow was piled up very high along the street to make a path for walking. I like the artwork in this book too. It's very simple, but it's really nice. Crunch, crunch, crunch. His feet sank into the snow. He walked with his toes pointing out like this. He walked with his toes pointing in like that. What kind of words here are crunch, crunch, crunch? Talked about them a little bit in English recently. They're those words that sound like the action they're doing. They're called onomatopoeia, like words like boom, clap, roar, okay? Crunch, crunch. Sound like exactly what the word is. Then he dragged his feet slowly to make tracks. And he found something sticking out of the snow that made a new track. It was a stick that was just right for smacking a snow-covered tree. What do you think's going to happen to that snow on that branch? Down fell the snow, plop, on top of Peter's head. Another onomatopoeia word on here. Which word do you think was the onomatopoeia word? Plop. Very good. He thought it would be fun to join the big boys in their snowball fight, but he knew he wasn't old enough. Not yet. So he made a smiling snowman, and he made angels. He pretended he was a mountain climber. He climbed up a great big tall heaping mountain of snow. And then he slid all the way down. I love the way they did the clouds on this page. The wispy looking clouds. He picked up a handful of snow and another, and still another. He packed it round and firm and put the snowball in his pocket for tomorrow. Then he went into his warm house. He told his mother all about his adventures while he took off his wet socks. What do you think is going to happen to that snowball? Have you ever tried to take a snowball inside and save it for later? I think you guys are too old. You know what'll happen to that snowball, don't you, if you don't put it in a freezer? And he thought and he thought and thought about them. He was thinking about all the fun adventures he had out in the snow. Looks like he's taking a fun bubble bath in his pink bathtub. Before he got into bed, he looked in his pocket. His pocket was empty. The snowball wasn't there. He felt very sad. So it melted. While he slept, he dreamed that the sun had melted all the snow away. But when he woke up, his dream was gone. The snow was still everywhere, and new snow was falling. Did you ever dream about something because you were worried? After breakfast, he called into his friend from across the hall, and they went out together into the deep, deep snow. I thought that was a really fun book. It's one that I've always enjoyed reading. So maybe today you can get outside on this snowy day, but they say it might fade away pretty quick, almost like his dream in the book, because it is getting warmer. It's getting spring out. We might get some rain that'll wash it away, but maybe it's just one last twinkle of winter. All right, boys and girls, so I'd like you to come join me for video number 3, which is the last one for today, and it is about religion. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, and then we will see you the next day. Okay, I'll see you in a few minutes.